Miracles can happen to anyone, no matter their background or where they start from. This recording shows you how to unlock the magical potential of your subconscious mind, just like so many others have done. By shifting your thoughts and visualizing your goals, you can transform your life and future in remarkable ways. This recording is here to share a powerful truth. Each person is shaped by what their subconscious mind believes about them. Think about it. Why do some folks seem down while others shine with happiness? Why are some people affluent and at peace, while others struggle financially and feel dissatisfied? Why does one person radiate confidence, while another is burdened by fear and doubt? And what about success? What makes one speaker captivating and well-liked, while another goes unnoticed? Consider why some individuals can conquer serious illnesses, while others feel trapped by them. It raises profound questions, doesn't it? Why do so many compassionate, kind-hearted people endure significant suffering in their minds and bodies? I wrote this book to dive into these questions and more. My aim is to simplify the essential truths about the mind so that we can understand the fundamental principles of life in easy language. The ideas presented here reflect the kind of conversations you might have at home, at work, or while enjoying your favorite articles. I truly believe you're about to discover an incredible power that can lift you from confusion, misery, and feelings of failure. This journey will lead you to uncover your true self, solve personal challenges, and liberate you from emotional and physical struggles. As you tap into your inner strength, you'll find the path to a life filled with freedom, joy, and peace of mind, a life many dream of achieving. A key part of this transformation stems from personal healing, which powerfully illustrates the influence of our subconscious mind. Over 42 years ago, I faced a serious health issue called sarcoma. It was by harnessing the healing power of my subconscious that I managed to overcome this condition, revealing a remarkable ability that exists within us all. The techniques I share in this book can truly empower others to recognize and trust the infinite healing presence within their own subconscious. Thanks to my doctor friend, I reached a deep understanding that opened up life-changing possibilities. It's easy to see that the same creative force that built our bodies, shaped our organs, and ignited our hearts is also what can heal us. There's an old saying, "The doctor treats the wound, but God does the healing." When we pray with intention, incredible things can happen. So, what is scientific prayer? It's about merging our conscious and subconscious minds with a focused intention. Throughout this book, you'll find many chapters that showcase how this powerful method works and how you can tap into the wisdom and creativity that exist in your subconscious. Nearly everyone prays, but have you ever thought about how you pray? When was the last time prayer was part of your daily life? Was it during a crisis, when danger felt overwhelming, or when illness hit? For a lot of people, prayer becomes a routine in tough times or when facing life's fragility. Just glance at any newspaper. They often share stories of communities coming together to pray for a sick child, for peace in troubled places, or for miners trapped underground. These impactful prayers highlight the strength and importance of shared hope. But let's not overlook the quieter, everyday moments of prayer. Think of the simple prayers from children, the grace said at meals, or personal devotionals aimed at fostering a connection with the divine. In my work as a counselor, I've seen countless ways people engage with prayer. I've felt its transformative power in my own life and have spoken to many who have felt it too. What makes this book unique is its practical, approachable style. It provides clear techniques and tools that you can easily integrate into your daily life. I've shared these straightforward methods with people all around the world. Just recently, I led a class in Los Angeles where over 1,000 individuals of different faiths came together to explore the concepts laid out in this book. You might be asking, why do some people pray passionately but still feel their prayers go unanswered? This book will tackle that question along with other ways to engage your subconscious mind for guidance and clarity. It's a resource you can revisit whenever you need it. At the core, it's not really the beliefs we hold that shape the results of our prayers. It's how our subconscious responds to the thoughts and images we nurture in our minds. This idea points out that all religions contain psychological truths that connect us in this amazing journey of faith and understanding. People from various faiths, be they Buddhists, Christians, Muslims, or Jews, can all find answers to their prayers. It's not solely about the specific faith they follow. It's more about a technique or a deeper grasp of what they're doing and why. By connecting with this understanding, you can invite positivity and fulfillment into your life. At its heart, answered prayer is when your true desires become reality. Everyone seeks health, happiness, security, peace of mind, and genuine self-expression. Yet many struggle in their quest for these desires. I once heard a university professor share a thought that stuck with me. I know that if I change, I will get what I want. This idea resonates with countless people everywhere. The amazing abilities of your subconscious mind have been around long before any of us, existing long before organized religions or churches were even imagined. The timeless truths and principles of life aren't confined to any single belief system. With this viewpoint, I invite you to discover the transformative power of your subconscious throughout these chapters. This power can heal both mental and physical ailments, freeing you from fear. Chapter 1: The Hidden Treasure Within You. Picture having a treasure chest filled with limitless wealth right inside of you. This treasure trove of endless possibilities can guide you to a joyful, abundant life. Unfortunately, many remain unaware of this wealth because they haven't awakened to the potential sleeping within. Consider this: a magnetized piece of steel can lift 12 times its weight. Now think about someone who feels weak and afraid. When opportunities come their way, they might hesitate, wondering, what if I fail? What if I lose my money? This kind of thinking can keep someone stuck in the same spot, too fearful to leap towards something greater. Instead, aim to become someone who attracts opportunities and uncovers the ultimate secret that carries timeless significance. So what is this master secret? Is it linked to cutting-edge technology, like atomic energy or space exploration? Not exactly. The answer is simpler than you might think. It lies within your subconscious mind, the last place most would typically consider searching. By learning to connect with and unleash the hidden power within your subconscious, you can tap into more health, happiness, wealth, and joy than you ever imagined. You don't have to pursue this power. It's already inside you, just waiting to be uncovered. Are you eager to discover how to access the incredible power of your subconscious mind? This book serves as your roadmap to exploring that unseen realm and unlocking the profound insights that reside within you. Imagine having access to a wealth of wisdom that can enhance every aspect of your life. By following the straightforward steps and techniques shared here, you can gain the clarity you need to navigate life's challenges and seize opportunities. Your subconscious mind is a treasure chest of infinite intelligence, waiting for you to unleash its potential. As you begin to recognize these possibilities, you'll notice them manifesting in your daily life. It's all about keeping an open mind and being willing to explore the depths of your consciousness. Imagine being at a crossroads, unsure which direction to take in your career or personal life. Your subconscious can offer clarity, guiding you toward decisions that lead you to the right partner, friends, or business connections. It can even assist you in finding the perfect buyer for your home or generating the financial resources you need to achieve the freedom you seek. It's easy to overlook the powerful forces of love, light, and beauty that your subconscious holds. While they may be unseen, their impact is profound. When you learn to channel these energies, you'll discover solutions to various issues, and you'll understand the reasons behind your experiences. This newfound awareness equips you with the strength and knowledge to move forward in a state of abundance, safety, and joy. Many people feel trapped in their lives, but by harnessing the power of the subconscious, they can break free and reclaim their sense of wholeness and vitality. This inner strength enables individuals to step into the world, embracing happiness, health, and true self-expression. Your subconscious mind has an incredible healing capability, ready to restore a tired mind or a troubled heart. It can free us from the mental prisons we often create, liberating us from physical and emotional restrictions. To achieve real progress in any area of life, having a strong foundation to rely on is crucial. By understanding how your subconscious operates and actively tapping into its power, You can set clear goals and attain amazing results. The benefits you experience will be closely linked to how well you comprehend these principles and apply them in your life. Let me share a bit of science. As a former chemist, I can tell you that just like water forms when two hydrogen atoms bond with one oxygen atom, a similar process unfolds in your mind when you combine intention with knowledge. Learning to harness your subconscious is your key to crafting the life you want. So let's unlock that door together. Did you know that a single carbon atom can create carbon monoxide, which is quite toxic? But by adding just one more oxygen atom, you transform it into carbon dioxide, a harmless gas. This chemistry lesson reveals a vital truth. Like in science, the principles governing our thoughts and subconscious mind are consistent and dependable. For example, think about water. It naturally seeks its own level. This is a principle that applies universally. Similarly, when heat is applied to materials, like a piece of steel, it expands. This principle holds true regardless of where you are or the circumstances you face. Now here's where it gets fascinating. Just as these physical laws govern our world, your subconscious mind follows its own set of rules. Whatever you focus on in your subconscious tends to manifest in your reality. It's as though your thoughts are prayers waiting for answers. The subconscious receives your beliefs and brings them into your experiences. Consider electricity. It flows from areas of higher potential to lower potential. This principle remains constant, and when you align your actions with it, you work in harmony with nature rather than against it. One of the most crucial principles at play is the power of belief. You need to grasp how your mind operates, and even more importantly, you must have faith in that process. The thoughts swirling in your mind shape every experience you have. It's vital to understand that it's not only about what you say you believe. The beliefs you truly hold in your mind hold the real power. If you focus on the timeless truths and incredible possibilities in life, you'll move closer to a higher purpose. By exploring the ideas presented in this book and applying them to your subconscious, you'll be able to express your desires through prayer in a focused and methodical way. When your thoughts align with positive outcomes, such as joy, health, and peace, your subconscious will react, and you'll begin to see amazing changes happen in your life. Now, let's discuss the dual nature of the mind. While many people realize we have a single mind, it operates in two distinct ways. Those who think deeply can often recognize where these two functions meet. They go by different names, such as the objective and subjective mind, or the conscious and subconscious mind, and each has its unique strengths. Understanding these functions is crucial for unlocking the full potential of your mind. Imagine your mind as a garden. You, as the gardener, are always planting seeds. Your seeds are your thoughts into the rich soil of your subconscious. Just like a skilled gardener knows what to plant for a successful harvest, you must be mindful of the thoughts you cultivate. The themes you focus on, whether it's peace, happiness, goodwill, or financial abundance, will ultimately determine what flourishes in your life. Picture yourself standing quietly for a moment, visualizing happiness taking root in your mind. See yourself enveloped in warmth and positive energy. Embrace those feelings completely. This is how you plant the seeds of joy and abundance in your mental garden. Keep in mind, whatever you concentrate on will blossom in your life. However, be aware that, just like weeds can overrun a garden, negative thoughts can take hold in your subconscious if you're not vigilant. Consider this. Can you truly harvest sweet grapes from thorny bushes? Absolutely not. In the same way, nurturing negative thoughts will lead to undesirable outcomes. Every thought carries consequences, and every action stems from a thought. That's why it's so important to be the master of your mental garden. When you fill your subconscious with positive and peaceful thoughts, you'll begin to notice wonderful changes in your life. The reality is, your subconscious is incredibly powerful and reacts to your beliefs and imagination. By steering your thoughts toward positivity and abundance, you create a pathway to a life rich with peace and fulfillment. Many people go through life on autopilot, engaging with the outside world, oblivious to the fact that the true source of their situation lies within. Your outer reality, everything you perceive and experience, is simply a reflection of what's going on in your mind. Every experience you've had started as a thought or image within you. If you want different results in your life, you have to tackle the root cause, your mindset. Far too many people attempt to fix their lives by altering their external situations, thinking that will ease their difficulties. But what's really needed is a shift in the way you think and visualize your circumstances. So remember this: to change your life, you first need to change your thoughts. By recognizing and managing the connection between your conscious and subconscious minds, you unlock the door to a better reality for yourself. Within our minds flows an endless well of intelligence, wisdom, and energy, much like a river nourishing everything in its path. What shapes this flow? Our thoughts. Each chapter of this book will guide you on how to harness the extraordinary power of your mind to change your life, transforming poverty into wealth, ignorance into wisdom, pain into peace, sadness into joy, and darkness into light. These are some of the greatest gifts you can offer yourself. Throughout history, many extraordinary individuals, scientists, artists, poets, singers, writers, and creators, have deeply understood how our conscious and subconscious minds work. A compelling example is the legendary tenor Enrico Caruso. There was a time when he struggled with crippling stage fright right before he was to perform. Picture this: backstage, his throat tight with fear, he felt immobilized by anxiety, worried that the audience would mock him. In that moment of fear, he had a breakthrough. Caruso exclaimed to himself, "The little me wants to strangle the big me within." What did he mean by that? The little me represented his immediate fears and doubts, while the big me symbolized the tremendous power and talent of his subconscious mind. He encouraged the little me to step aside and boldly stated, "The big me is going to sing through me." This act of self-affirmation unleashed his vital energy, empowering him to stride confidently onto the stage and deliver a stunning performance that captivated the audience. From Caruso's experience, we discover that our minds function on two levels. The conscious mind is aware, logical, and rational, while the subconscious mind is more instinctive and emotional. When fear, worry, or anxiety infiltrate our subconscious, they can accumulate, creating a breeding ground for negativity that spills over into our conscious thoughts, leading to panic and despair. However, just as Caruso did, you can take control of these swirling emotions. You can speak assertively to your subconscious, saying things like, "Be still and quiet. I am in control. You will follow my lead." When you approach your deeper self with confidence, you can bring about calmness, harmony, and peace of mind. Remember, your subconscious is there to support you, responding to the direction of your conscious mind. Recognizing the interplay between these two aspects of your mind can lead to profound changes in your life. By understanding how to harness the power of your thoughts, you can guide your life in the direction you wish to go. So as we delve into each chapter together, get ready to uncover the incredible potential that resides within you. Imagine your conscious mind as the captain of a ship, skillfully navigating the waters of life. This captain issues commands to the crew below deck, who handle the engines and instruments but don't know the destination. They simply follow the captain's orders. In this analogy, your subconscious mind is like the crew, always prepared to follow the directions given by your conscious mind. Now, if the captain, your conscious mind, orders the crew to head toward a cliff, they will obey without question, completely oblivious to the danger ahead. Similarly, your subconscious mind will follow whatever beliefs or commands you provide, even if those beliefs can be detrimental. For example, if you frequently tell yourself, "I can't afford that," your subconscious takes that as truth and will work to ensure you don't have the means to acquire what you desire. Imagine a college student who was browsing for a stunning but expensive travel bag right before Christmas. Just as she was about to say, "I can't afford that bag," she recalled a lesson from one of my talks. Don't end on a negative note. Turn it into something positive and watch your life change. So instead, she confidently claimed, "That bag is mine. I can buy it, and I'm open to receiving it." Fast forward to that evening at 8 p.m., when her fiancé surprised her with a bag that looked remarkably like the one she had admired in the store. Earlier that day, her mind was filled with thoughts of expectation, allowing her subconscious to tap into the right channels to make it happen. Now let's look at another example from a student at USC. She initially thought, I can't afford that bag, but then she changed her mindset. She realized, I know within myself where to find money and everything else I need, highlighting the mind's incredible ability to shape our reality. And let's not forget the humor in how our two minds can conflict. If you say, I don't like mushrooms, but then eat a dish with them, you might find yourself feeling unwell. Why? Because your subconscious hears your dislike and sends signals to your body, causing discomfort from a simple preference. Or think about a woman who knows that drinking coffee at night will keep her wide awake at 3 a.m. Her subconscious nudges her, saying, your boss wants to stay alert tonight. It's a funny reminder that while our conscious thoughts set intentions, our subconscious constantly interprets and acts on those thoughts, day in and day out. It's a fascinating balance that shows just how important positivity and mindfulness are in shaping our thoughts. A few months ago, I heard a touching story from a woman who truly exemplified the power of the subconscious. At 75 years old, a widow living alone with her grown children nearby, she found herself longing for connection. Inspired by my talks on the subconscious, she decided to make a change. She recalled me mentioning that our thoughts can impact our subconscious through repetition, hope, and expectation. So she began to repeat a powerful affirmation, I am wanted. I am joyfully married to a kind, loving, and aware man. She repeated this to herself every single day for about 2 weeks, truly believing in the words she spoke. Then something incredible happened. While shopping at her neighborhood drugstore, she met a retired pharmacist. She described him as kind, accepting, and quite spiritual, qualities that resonated deeply with her. To her surprise, he proposed just a week later. Before long, they were off on a honeymoon in Europe, just like she had imagined. She became convinced that this wasn't mere luck. It was her subconscious mind at work, helping to bring her true desires into reality. This woman's journey reveals a powerful lesson. The treasure we seek often lies within our own hearts and minds. When she firmly planted her desire in her subconscious, it acted like a magnet, using the law of attraction to make her dreams come true. The key was her focus on positive thoughts, what is true, just, beautiful, and uplifting. Now let's explore how your mind operates a little more. Think of your mind as having two parts, the conscious and the subconscious. Your conscious mind is logical and analytical, while your subconscious mind is more emotional and intuitive. The thoughts you focus on consciously, whether positive or negative, eventually sink into your subconscious, shaping your reality. Here's a straightforward way to grasp it. When you consistently think positive thoughts, you open the door for good things to enter your life. On the flip side, fixating on negative thoughts can lead to sadness and setbacks. This is a core truth about how our minds work. It's crucial to realize that your subconscious begins to act on a thought the moment it accepts it. This can be both a blessing and a curse. For instance, negative beliefs can lead to disappointments, while positive affirmations can nurture health, success, and happiness. So, pay attention to your thoughts. By cultivating a mindset of peace and positivity, you'll create a harmonious life both mentally and physically. Visualize your mind as a garden. The seeds you plant, your thoughts, will blossom into the experiences you encounter. Nurture it with good, nourishing ideas and watch as your life flourishes in amazing ways. Whatever you truly believe in your mind and feel deeply within is embraced by your subconscious. Aligning your subconscious with your beliefs is the key to transforming your life. Once your subconscious aligns with your ideas, it takes the lead, steering you toward the health, peace, or success you want. Imagine your subconscious mind as a faithful companion. When you give it a clear message, it echoes that thought, embedding it deeper into your mind. This is how we are wired. Your subconscious reacts to what your conscious mind believes. Psychologists say when thoughts sink into the subconscious, they leave marks on our brain, much like footprints in the sand. As soon as your subconscious aligns with an idea, it jumps into action. It uses your experiences, knowledge, and skills to turn your wishes into reality, connecting with your inner resources while following nature's laws. You might notice changes right away, but sometimes it takes days, weeks, or longer. Think of planting a seed in a garden. It may sprout quickly or take time to push through the soil. While your subconscious works diligently, you might not see immediate results, but trust that it's doing its job. Let's break down the two parts of our mind simply. Your conscious mind is like a hotel front desk. It makes the decisions. You decide what books to read, what career to choose, and even where to live. Meanwhile, your subconscious mind manages everything behind the scenes. It handles processes like digestion, blood circulation, and breathing without your effort, just like your heart keeps beating even when you're distracted. What's interesting is your subconscious doesn't question your beliefs. It doesn't scrutinize them to see if they're right or wrong. It simply acts on them. Picture your subconscious mind as a garden. Whatever seeds you plant, whether positive or negative, will thrive. Nurture optimistic thoughts, and you'll see encouraging results in your life. But if you focus on harmful or negative thoughts, those will grow too. Keep in mind, your subconscious reacts to the nature of your thoughts and ideas. If you think, "I can't do this," your subconscious takes that as a command. Consider how powerful that is. By shifting your mindset, you can change the story of your life. If you begin to believe in your strengths, your subconscious will work to make that belief a reality. It's all about planting the right seeds for a vibrant life. Have you ever realized how your thoughts can shape your reality? It's intriguing how our subconscious can accept something as true, even if it's not. Once it holds a belief, it influences our actions to match that belief. Psychologists have done many studies on hypnosis, showing that our subconscious doesn't make the choices or comparisons our conscious mind does. It simply accepts suggestions and follows them. For example, a talented magician might suggest to someone that they're Napoleon Bonaparte, or even a cat or dog, and for a little while that person truly believes they are that character. It's amazing just how powerful our minds can be. Picture a magician telling an audience member that their back hurts. Captivated by the suggestion, they'll instinctively hunch over, completely absorbed in their new reality. Another might hear that their nose is bleeding, and they'll check for blood that isn't there. A third person could be told they resemble a statue, prompting them to strike a pose, while yet another is told it's freezing outside, causing them to shiver despite being in a warm room. In each case, the individual is totally focused on their own imagined experience, often unaware of everything else going on around them. This clearly shows the difference between our conscious and subconscious minds. The conscious mind thinks, reasons, and analyzes, while the subconscious is like a sponge, soaking up whatever comes its way. That's why it's so important to feed our minds with positive thoughts and uplifting beliefs. When we fill our minds with inspiration and positivity, we enhance our overall well-being. You might hear the term objective mind in discussions about the conscious mind, which relates to how we engage with the world. It uses our five senses to observe and understand what's happening around us. For instance, if you were to visit Los Angeles, a city famous for its gorgeous parks, beautiful gardens, stunning architecture, and lovely neighborhoods, your objective mind would gather these experiences, contributing to your impression of the city as a beautiful place. So, the next time you ponder what you consider true, keep in mind the strength of your subconscious and the importance of selecting uplifting thoughts. Your mind isn't just a spectator, it actively influences how you experience life. Choose wisely. Your subjective mind is a captivating aspect of how we perceive the world. It transcends our five senses, picking up on things in ways that can sometimes feel a bit mysterious. Think of it as the space where our emotions and memories flourish, where our intuition comes alive. The real magic occurs when your senses aren't fully engaged. That's when your subjective mind takes charge. For example, individuals who experience clairvoyance or clairaudience tap into that subjective realm. They access insights that don't rely on the usual ways we understand sight or sound. Imagine being able to journey in your mind to far-off places and return with insights that often hit the mark. Some people say they can read others' thoughts or uncover secrets, even from sealed boxes or locked safes. This ability highlights how our subjective mind lets us connect deeply with others, often grasping their feelings and thoughts without a word being spoken. Understanding how our conscious mind, what we think about and perceive, and our subjective mind work together can truly enhance our lives, especially with practices like prayer. It's vital to recognize that the subconscious mind operates differently from our conscious mind. It doesn't argue back or analyze information, it simply absorbs whatever you give it. So, what does this mean for us? If you fill your subconscious with negative thoughts, it tends to accept them as reality, which might lead to unwelcome experiences. On the other hand, if you cultivate your mind with positive, uplifting ideas, your subconscious can foster new, healthier habits and transform your experiences. For instance, frequently envisioning success can gradually boost your confidence and skills, altering how you face challenges. Your subconscious mind responds to the thoughts you dwell on. If they're positive, peaceful, and supportive, you're likely to enjoy a happier, healthier life. Conversely, if negativity, fear, or anxiety dominate your mind, it's essential to understand that your subconscious holds the key to your happiness. It's a creative force that's deeply tied to your spiritual core, capable of bringing you the freedom and joy you've truly been searching for. One powerful tool we have is suggestion. Think of your conscious mind as a gatekeeper, working hard to shield your subconscious from negative ideas. By choosing what information to embrace or dismiss, you can fill your subconscious with positivity and empowerment, paving the way for a fulfilling life. Understanding how your mind functions can be both fascinating and empowering. First, it's essential to recognize that your subconscious mind acts like a sponge, soaking up thoughts and feelings without analyzing or reasoning like your conscious mind does. Picture your conscious mind as the dashboard of your car, which you actively manage, while the subconscious is like the engine, quietly ensuring everything runs smoothly beneath the surface. Let's illustrate this with an example. Imagine you're on a cruise ship, chatting with a passenger who seems a bit uneasy. You might say, "Wow, you look a little pale. I can tell you're going to feel sick. Can I help you to your cabin?" Just like that, your words might trigger their anxieties about seasickness. Consequently, they might accept your offer, becoming increasingly worried about their well-being, even if they weren't feeling bad before. Now consider a different situation. You approach a sailor on the same ship and say, "Good day. You look a bit under the weather. Feeling seasick?" Instead of panicking, this sailor chuckles or raises an eyebrow in disbelief. Why? Because their beliefs and experiences tell them seasickness isn't a problem for them, so your suggestion doesn't have any effect. So what's the lesson here? Our reactions to suggestions can differ greatly, shaped by our subconscious beliefs and past experiences. In essence, a suggestion is an invitation for someone to think about or act on something. However, it has no impact unless the recipient mentally accepts it. It's important to remember that your conscious mind can dismiss thoughts that don't resonate with it. The confident sailor couldn't be swayed by the notion of feeling sick, but for that anxious passenger, your suggestion tapped into their fear of seasickness and amplified it. We all carry deep beliefs and fears that guide our daily actions. These feelings can influence how we react to various situations. Suggestions only truly resonate when we consciously accept them. Once we embrace a suggestion, our subconscious aligns with it, integrating it into our way of thinking. From my experience speaking at places like the London Truth Forum, I've witnessed how powerful these influences can be. It's truly fascinating to see how our thoughts create our realities, and understanding this can empower us to use our minds for positive change. Not long ago, I heard a compelling story from Dr. Evelyn Fleet that underscored the remarkable impact of suggestion in our lives. It tells of a father who, for 2 years, repeatedly said, "I would give my right arm to see my daughter cured." His daughter was battling severe arthritis and a troubling skin condition that appeared hopeless, even with top-notch medical care. Driven by a father's love and desperation, he often expressed this wish. Then one day, while biking as a family, they were involved in a terrible car accident. In an astonishing twist, the father's right arm was severed at the shoulder. Miraculously, soon after this traumatic event, his daughter's pain and skin issues vanished completely. This tale serves as a striking reminder of how we communicate with our subconscious. It's essential to fill our minds with positive and uplifting thoughts because our minds interpret everything literally. They don't understand humor or playful exaggeration. The idea of autosuggestion is vital in shaping our experiences. When we practice autosuggestion, we're sending a clear, specific message to our subconscious. Herbert Parkin, in his insightful book, shares a memorable tale of a New Yorker in Chicago. This man glanced at his watch, which was set an hour ahead, and exclaimed, "It's noon." His friend from Chicago, unaware of the time difference, suddenly felt hungry and decided it was lunchtime. This simple mix-up illustrates how easily we can miss essential details if we're not mindful. Autosuggestion isn't just for funny stories. It can also help us confront fears and anxieties. Take, for instance, a young singer invited to audition. Even though she possessed an amazing voice, fear and self-doubt often took hold of her, leading her to think, "What if they don't like me?" These anxious thoughts seeped deep into her mind, amplifying her fears and hindering her performance. To tackle this challenge, she devised a special strategy. She would retreat to a quiet room 3 times a day. Sitting peacefully on her couch with her eyes closed, she concentrated on relaxing her body. This routine not only eased her nerves, but also allowed her to reset her mindset. By facing her fears and practicing self-encouragement, she gradually transformed that quiet anxiety into confidence. From these experiences, we see that recognizing our thoughts and deliberately choosing positive affirmations can create meaningful change in our lives. Sticking to a certain mental state can actually make us more receptive to suggestions. This is particularly beneficial when we're dealing with fear or anxiety. For example, one woman started countering her nervousness by repeating affirmations to herself. She told herself, "I sing beautifully. I am poised, serene, confident, and calm." She repeated these quietly, yet firmly, 5 to 10 times in each session. She committed to having 3 of these sessions daily, plus one just before bed. After a week, she felt completely calm and self-assured. So, when the opportunity to audition for a performance arose, she seized it and did an outstanding job. Let's consider another story. An inspiring 75-year-old woman who worried about her memory. She used to think, "I'm losing my memory," which likely fueled her fears. Then, she decided to shift her mindset. She began telling herself, "My memory is improving every day. I will always remember what I need to know at any moment." She firmly believed that the impressions she received would be clear and that she would effortlessly keep them in mind. This positive self-talk helped her regain mental clarity and remember things more easily. Now, let's explore how people can use affirmations to break bad habits. Many men who faced irritability or anger found success through self-affirmations. They would say, "From now on, I will be more cheerful. Joy and happiness will be my natural states of mind." By practicing these affirmations 3 or 4 times a day, once in the morning, once at noon, and right before bed, you can gradually change your mindset. Over a month, you'll likely notice a meaningful shift in your mood, becoming more understanding and lovable. It's also essential to understand the difference between self-suggestion and what others suggest, known as heterosuggestion. Throughout history, suggestion has been crucial in societies worldwide. It's a powerful force that can uplift us or bring us down. While we can train our minds to use suggestion for personal growth, it can also manipulate those who are unaware of these mental influences. In its most positive forms, suggestion can be truly incredible, but it can also lead to damaging results. Many of us have unwittingly absorbed negative suggestions throughout our lives, often starting from childhood. Hurtful phrases like, "You'll never amount to anything," or "You mustn't try, you'll fail," can linger and shape our beliefs, limiting our potential. By being aware and actively engaging with our thoughts, we can shift away from these limiting beliefs. Instead of accepting what others say about us, we can redirect our thinking and bring more positivity into our lives. It's easy to feel overwhelmed in today's world. Thoughts like, "It's not worth it," or "No one cares," can creep in. It can seem like everything is spiraling downwards, making life feel like an endless battle. Love? That might feel like a fairy tale, and it's tempting to think that no matter what you do, you'll never succeed. But let's take a moment to flip that perspective. If you're an adult, you have more control over your thoughts and feelings than you might think. One effective tool is positive autosuggestion. This approach can help reshape your mindset and free you from the negative influences of the past. Consider this. How we were treated in the past can affect our behavior today. Those hurtful words and actions can linger, making it tough to establish healthy habits and build fulfilling relationships. But with autosuggestion, you can challenge and overcome those damaging thoughts. Imagine picking up a newspaper filled with sensational headlines that stir up anxiety and fear. If you allow those negative thoughts to settle in, they can feel overwhelming, almost convincing you to throw in the towel. But remember, you have the power to challenge those beliefs. By nurturing your mind with positive thoughts, you actively push back against negativity. We've all experienced this in our younger days. Think back to school, where the words of parents, friends, or teachers stayed with you long after you left them. Much of what we heard wasn't just guidance. It often felt like it was meant to control us or instill fear. This process, known as heterosuggestion, can occur in any environment, home, work, or social settings. Pause for a moment and think about the advice you received. Was it always accurate? Many of the ideas that stick with us are half-truths or outright falsehoods. These ideas can lead us into mindsets that serve others rather than ourselves. I recall a story about a relative who visited a crystal gazer in India. The gazer told him he had a bad heart and that he would die by the next new moon. Accepting this, he began telling the family and even prepared his will. This thought took deep root in his subconscious, and he started living in fear of this prediction. Tragically, he did pass away, but the chilling part is that his belief in that prediction played a role in his death. We might have encountered similar stories fueled by superstitions, and even if they sound silly, they underscore the profound impact our thoughts can have. Understanding how our subconscious operates reveals the importance of fostering positive ideas and not letting harmful ones persist. Together, we can reshape our internal narrative for a healthier, more fulfilling life. Let's dive into how our subconscious mind operates. It's intriguing to realize it tends to accept and act on what our conscious mind believes. For example, my cousin once saw a fortune teller while feeling joyful and vibrant. But the fortune teller delivered unsettling news. He would die by the next new moon. Just picture the terror that filled him. This thought tormented him, consuming his mind with fear. He started sharing this ominous prediction with others and mentally braced himself for what he thought was his fate. Here's where the story takes a turn. The fear he held onto turned into a self-fulfilling prophecy. His faith in the fortune teller's words took a toll on his health, not because she had any genuine power, but because he allowed those negative thoughts to settle in his mind. In truth, she had as much influence as the stones scattered across a field. If he had grasped how his mind worked, he could have dismissed her ominous prediction as nonsense. Deep down, he realized that his thoughts and feelings crafted his reality, much like an arrow aimed at a target. That fortune teller's prediction could have easily lost its hold if he had simply chosen to ignore her statements. The reality is, other people's opinions only gain power if you allow them to infiltrate your thoughts. You are in control of the thoughts you accept. It's essential to remember you can pick thoughts that uplift you. Choose love, health, and life. This choice is fundamental and incredibly impactful. Think of it this way. Your mind functions like a logical argument. That means the conclusions your subconscious reaches depend on the beliefs your conscious mind holds. If your core belief is solid, then your conclusions will align accordingly. Consider this. Virtues like kindness are commendable. Since kindness is a virtue, it stands to reason that kindness is worth celebrating. Or think about this. Everything that is created will eventually change and fade. The pyramids of Egypt are man-made structures, so logically, they too will one day disappear. The first statement is the major premise, and the correct conclusion follows from that premise. In May 1962, a college professor who attended some of my talks on the science of mind at Town Hall in New York City approached me in despair, saying, "Everything in my life is upside down. I've lost my health, my wealth, and my friends. It feels like everything I touch goes wrong." I advised him to change his viewpoint. I encouraged him to think based on the idea that his subconscious mind is incredibly wise and is always working to support him in every area of his life, emotionally, mentally, and beyond. By shifting his mindset, he could start to turn his situation around. After a significant shift, his subconscious began making wise choices, healing his body, and restoring calm and peace to his thoughts. The essence of what the professor expressed was empowering. Infinite wisdom leads and guides me in all my ways. This idea became a beacon for him, helping him visualize the life he wanted to create. He often repeated, "I am in excellent health, both mentally and physically. Balance governs my life. I welcome beauty, love, peace, and abundance." His entire perspective was grounded in virtuous actions and a harmonious universe. Deep down, he knew that his beliefs rested on timeless truths. Each day, he recited these affirmations slowly and with love, trusting that they would sink into his subconscious. He felt grateful for enlightening conversations like the one he just had, as they brightened his path to improvement in many areas of his life. He said, "It truly works." The subconscious is remarkably intelligent. It doesn't argue or debate. When you fill it with negative thoughts like, "I can't do this," "I'm too old," "I don't have the right advantages," or "I'm not connected," it reflects those doubts back to you. In essence, you might unintentionally undermine your efforts, leading to feelings of lack, frustration, and anger. Such negativity creates mental barriers, making it harder to access the wisdom within your subconscious. Over time, this buildup can even show up as physical issues or anxious habits. Rather than getting caught in negativity, he found strength in affirmations like, "The limitless intelligence that ignited my desire guides me toward the perfect plan for its fulfillment." By embracing this mindset, he learned to attract what he wanted in life, easing his frustration along the way. He also realized that his subconscious responded to his internal thoughts and emotions, mirroring them in his reality. A sense of balance and calm developed as he practiced this awareness. However, it's vital to communicate with your subconscious positively. Statements like, "I'm lost," "There's no solution," or "I'm stuck" create obstacles to its help. To nurture a supportive relationship with your subconscious, it's crucial to seek guidance affirmatively. This mindset opens up pathways to solutions and opportunities, allowing you to move forward confidently. Your subconscious mind is like a loyal friend, always working behind the scenes to care for you. It manages your breathing and heartbeat without you even noticing it. Your subconscious instinctively knows how to heal you. It's nature's way of keeping you safe. Now, here's something intriguing. Your subconscious operates independently from your conscious thoughts, yet it deeply connects with the images and ideas you create while awake. Imagine this. You're dealing with a challenge and decide to seek guidance from your subconscious. The trick is that your subconscious prefers you to make a decision or form an opinion first. It holds the answers, but it wants you to interact with the problem first. Let's say you're feeling utterly stuck. If negative thoughts start to swirl, like feeling hopeless or believing you won't find a solution, you're basically shutting down the dialogue with your subconscious. It's like asking a soldier to keep track of time without letting them engage in battle. You won't make much headway that way. Instead, take a moment to quiet your mind. Remind yourself, my subconscious has the answers. Recognize that it's always there, responding to your needs. Picture how comforting it is to view your subconscious as having a wisdom that often exceeds your own. When you genuinely believe this, it opens up a pathway for insights and revelations. In Chapter 3, we'll explore the remarkable potential of your subconscious mind. It's a vast source of creativity and knowledge. It offers you ideas, directs you appropriately, and even assists you in recalling names, facts, and memories when needed. Have you ever considered how your body functions? Your heartbeat, blood circulation, digestion, your subconscious manages all of this, and so much more. When you eat, it silently transforms that piece of bread into muscles, tissues, and blood. It's so intricate that even the brightest minds can't fully grasp it. What's even more inspiring is that your subconscious is always awake and functioning. It never takes a break. You have the power to access a kind of magic that dwells within you. For example, before you sleep, if you clearly articulate a desire or goal, you're setting things in motion. Your subconscious will spring into action, working to help manifest that wish. This inner strength connects you to a timeless universal force, the same energy that causes the sun to rise and propels the planets. Much of what you wish to achieve, including your dreams and the desire to assist others, emerges from your subconscious mind. Think about Shakespeare. He had an inner awareness that allowed him to recognize deep truths that many missed. Or consider Phidias, the Greek sculptor, whose remarkable art demonstrated beauty, harmony, and proportion through insights from his subconscious. Tapping into this inner mind can lead to remarkable discoveries and life changes. Now envision a time when things were very different before modern anesthesia and antiseptics. Back in the mid-1800s, an incredible surgeon named Dr. James S. Dale performed complex surgeries in Bengal, India, relying solely on the mind's power. This story reveals the amazing potential of our subconscious and how it shapes our experiences. While teaching at Yoga Forest University in Rishikesh, India, I had the chance to talk with a traveling surgeon from Bombay who shared remarkable stories about Dr. Dale. Between 1843 and 1846, Dr. Dale conducted around 400 significant surgeries, from amputations to tumor removals and procedures on sensitive areas like eyes, ears, and throats. What stands out is that he used mental anesthesia, hypnosis, allowing patients to feel no pain. Can you picture undergoing surgery without modern pain relief and coming out with a low mortality rate of just 2% or 3%? Here's where it gets even more fascinating. Dr. Dale connected directly with his patients' subconscious minds. He suggested that they wouldn't experience infections or complications. This was long before the germ theory, introduced by pioneers like Louis Pasteur and Joseph Lister, who revealed that diseases could be caused by tiny unseen organisms and that unclean tools could lead to infections. The Indian surgeon I spoke with emphasized Dr. Dale's impressive results, linking the low death rates and few infections to the power of suggestion, that is, the remarkable strength of the subconscious mind. Imagine realizing over 120 years ago that our subconscious could influence our physical states so significantly. This knowledge can truly take your breath away and make you appreciate the spiritual potential of your subconscious. It's remarkable to think that it can perceive things beyond our immediate reality. It isn't restricted by time or space. It can ease pain, solve problems, and even bring about surprising miracles in our lives. What's even more striking is that everything we embed in our subconscious becomes part of our reality. The beliefs, experiences, and memories we store there, whether we're aware of them or not, shape the encounters we face every day. They transform into the facts, situations, and events we live through. So it's crucial to understand how our inner engagements can mirror our outer world. As you consider your own life, think about how your thoughts, both clear and hidden, have a significant influence. This serves as a reminder of the incredible power within us and how our subconscious can truly create wonders. Your conscious mind, composed of thinking cells, plays an essential role in processing your thoughts. When you think a thought that your conscious mind fully accepts, it sends that thought to a spot known as the solar plexus, sometimes called the brain of your mind. It's here that those thoughts begin to take shape, translating into actions and experiences in your life. Think about this. Your subconscious mind is like a sponge, soaking up whatever you offer it. It doesn't discriminate. It simply absorbs what you inscribe on its figurative pages. That's why it's so important to fill it with uplifting and constructive ideas. Every thought you nurture adds to the book of life that forms your reality. The American writer Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "Man is what he thinks all day long," emphasizing the strong connection between our thoughts and our identities. It's intriguing to realize how deeply our subconscious mind can affect our lives. William James, an influential psychologist, believed that our subconscious is far more intelligent and intuitive than we often recognize, drawing strength from deeper, unseen sources, like hidden streams, and operating under what many refer to as the law of life. So why does this matter? Because the subconscious takes our input very seriously. It works diligently to bring those suggestions to life. Sadly, many struggle through life because they don't fully grasp how their conscious thoughts and subconscious beliefs interact. When these two parts of our mind are in sync, we create a life filled with health, happiness, and peace. Imagine the bliss of living free from conflict and illness. You can achieve this when your conscious and subconscious minds are in sync. There's an old saying, "As within, so without, as above, so below." This wisdom reminds us that what lies in our subconscious shows up in our outer lives. Great figures from history, like Moses and Isaiah, have echoed this truth. The situations we face stem from our internal beliefs. Finding balance is crucial, not just in our thoughts, but also in our actions and emotions. Life flourishes in the space between action and contemplation, stillness and movement. Just as our breath must flow in and out smoothly, our emotions should be harmonious as well. When we allow life to pass through us effortlessly, we create an environment where joy and peace can thrive. In essence, your conscious thoughts shape your daily experiences, while your subconscious quietly molds your reality. By fostering positive, uplifting ideas, we can harness the combined strength of both minds, leading us to a more harmonious and fulfilling life. So, when you find yourself caught in a negative thought, remember, your subconscious is ever active, and you hold the reins to guide its story. If you're constantly trapped in negative or harmful thoughts, it's vital to recognize how they affect your emotions and health. These negative feelings can manifest physically, leading to issues like ulcers, heart problems, or chronic stress. It's important to reflect on how you perceive yourself. Your beliefs about your health, finances, relationships, and social status all shape your self-image. What's embedded in your subconscious greatly influences your daily life. Sadly, negative feelings and thoughts can lead to self-damage. Think for a moment. How often have fear, anger, jealousy, or a thirst for revenge caused you pain? That's the impact of negative beliefs. They're not innate. They develop over time. But there is hope. By introducing positive thoughts into your subconscious, you can start to break free from harmful cycles. An inspiring example of this is healing. Years ago, I faced a challenge when prayer helped me overcome skin cancer. Despite my struggles and the medical community's inability to halt the progression, I found guidance from a clergyman who understood the power of the mind. He shared a verse from the 139th Psalm, highlighting how our bodies are intricately designed and how our subconscious plays a part in this creation. This priest offered a clever analogy about a watch. Just like a watchmaker who crafts and fixes a watch, our subconscious can heal our bodies. It holds the blueprint for our well-being. He pointed out that if we could communicate our understanding of health to our subconscious, it would kickstart the healing process. So I started to pray simply and with purpose. I acknowledged the incredible intelligence within my subconscious that constructed my body and all its components. I reminded myself of its wisdom and ability to heal. By shifting my inner dialogue and focusing on what health truly meant to me, I tapped into the power that had always been there, waiting for my guidance. It's remarkable how altering our mindset can lead to significant transformations, both mentally and physically. Imagine this amazing healing force that lives within you, enhancing every part of your life to make you feel complete and whole. It's like having an inner coach encouraging you to embrace health and vitality. It makes perfect sense to express gratitude to this creative intelligence inside you for your healing journey. I witnessed this myself as my face experienced an incredible healing process in just 3 months. The key was programming my subconscious with uplifting thoughts of beauty, wholeness, and perfection. You see, our bodies don't just react to physical events, they also respond to our thoughts and beliefs. Before any physical issue appears, it often starts as a thought or mental picture. By transforming your mindset and filling it with positive affirmations, your body will begin to reflect those changes. This is the essence of healing, believing in the amazing abilities of your body. In fact, there's a powerful verse from Psalm 39:14 that captures how miraculous our bodies are. The subconscious mind is crucial in regulating our bodily functions, whether we're awake or asleep. It's astounding to think that while you're resting, your heart continues to beat, your lungs control oxygen flow, and so many other processes operate smoothly, all without your conscious awareness. Think about this. Even while you're asleep, your body is busy at work. For example, did you know your skin might produce more sweat when you're sleeping than during the day? And those times you're restless at night, suddenly a solution to a tricky problem might flash into a dream. Many brilliant scientists attribute their groundbreaking ideas to their nighttime visions. But keep in mind, your mental state can greatly influence how your body operates. If you're overwhelmed with worry, anxiety, or sadness, it can disrupt the natural rhythm of your heart, lungs, and even your digestion. When mental stress builds up, the best thing to do is hit pause. Take a moment to calm your mind, release the chaos, and let your subconscious guide you toward balance. By doing this, your body can start to realign and function as it was meant to, smoothly and peacefully. It's important to connect with your subconscious mind confidently, and it will respond to your intentions. Think of your subconscious as your inner support system, like a loving parent nurturing your wellness. Now imagine you accidentally ate something that disagreed with you. Instead of panicking, remind yourself that your body, with your subconscious's help, knows exactly how to handle it. Trust in yourself and the inherent wisdom of your body to find balance. So don't forget, feeding your mind positive thoughts can create amazing changes in your body. Embrace this limitless healing force within you and witness as you foster a healthier, more vibrant version of yourself. Picture this. If you accidentally ingested something harmful, your body, guided by your subconscious, would instinctively react to protect you, perhaps making you feel nauseous to eliminate the toxins. This is just a hint of the incredible power your subconscious holds. The secret to tapping into this power is realizing your subconscious is always working for you, whether you're aware of it or not. It plays a vital role in supporting your body, even if those processes are happening behind the scenes. To really tap into the power of your subconscious, it's crucial to connect with your conscious mind, the part of you that can steer your thoughts and intentions. To build a positive mindset, concentrate on uplifting, honest, fair, and constructive thoughts. By actively engaging your conscious mind and anticipating positive outcomes, you can take control of your mental health. Think of your subconscious like a flowing river. The nature of the water shifts depending on the shape of the channel it flows through. In the same way, the quality of your thoughts shapes the life force within you. When you remind yourself that the healing energy inside you is always present and visualize health, peace, and abundance, you create a space where positive changes can thrive. Imagine that healing energy as a vibrant force that nourishes you, encouraging you to excel in areas like health, creativity, and even financial success. The amazing thing is that your subconscious reacts based on your beliefs. What you think genuinely affects what you experience. Consider the concept of the mending principle of the subconscious, which seeks to heal what's been damaged, like weakened nerves. A powerful story illustrating this is about a woman named Madame Barrère from France. Her miraculous healing is well documented in the medical records of Lourdes. Madame Barrère had lost her sight due to nerve damage. After a pilgrimage to Lourdes, she confidently proclaimed her healing. This drew the attention of a journalist, Ruth Cranston, who wrote an article for McCall's magazine in November 1955. Even though medical tests confirmed her optic nerves were inactive, a month later, a follow-up showed her vision had returned to normal. At first, it seemed she was seeing through dead eyes. Yet her belief and the energy of her subconscious led to an incredible transformation. Having seen similar healings myself, I can truly affirm the deep effect belief and intention can have in our lives. It serves as a reminder that our subconscious mind isn't just a silent observer, but a powerful ally on our journey towards health and well-being. In the next chapter, we'll explore the intriguing world of healings at various shrines around the globe, both Christian and non-Christian. For now, let's discuss Madame B. She went to a shrine seeking healing, but interestingly, it was her own subconscious that ignited the transformation. It responded to her deep-rooted belief in healing. Belief is incredibly strong. It's not just about wishing for something to happen. It's about truly embracing that idea deep down. When that belief settles in, it can trigger a cascade of automatic responses that lead to remarkable changes. Madame B approached the shrine brimming with hope and conviction. She honestly believed she would find healing, and that belief resonated within her subconscious, connecting with the healing energies always present around us. Let's take a moment to consider just how impactful our thoughts can be. The same subconscious mind that formed our bodies is equally capable of revitalizing them. When you accept the notion of health, your subconscious can help bring that vision to life. Think about it. What you believe about yourself can significantly influence your experience. Now let's dive into how to program your subconscious to embrace the concept of good health. I recall a conversation with a Protestant preacher in Johannesburg, South Africa, who shared his battle with leukemia. To cultivate an image of perfect health, he practiced a simple yet effective technique. A few times a day, he would enter a deeply relaxed state, both mentally and physically. He would reassure his body, saying, "My feet are relaxed, my legs are relaxed, my heart is relaxed, my lungs are relaxed." After about 5 minutes, he would feel a soothing drowsiness and affirm, "The perfection of God is now expressed through me." The notion of perfect health fills my subconscious. God sees a perfect version of me, and my subconscious is reshaping my body to reflect that vision. And the outcome? His health improved in ways that even astonished the doctors. This simple practice shows how we can communicate with our subconscious regarding our health. Another powerful method involves using focused and rational thought. Imagine you know someone with functional paralysis. I suggested he vividly visualize himself moving around his office, doing everything he would typically do, like answering the phone and engaging with his coworkers. Imagining himself this way allowed him to let his subconscious accept the idea of being healthy and active, laying the groundwork for real changes in his body. These narratives and methods illustrate that our beliefs and thoughts can shape our realities. When we tap into the power of our subconscious, we open the door to healing and wellness in our lives. He felt a wave of recognition wash over him as he embraced his role. It clicked. He was providing his subconscious with a clear framework to operate within. His subconscious was like a film stuck on a single frame, and he realized that this mental image had been prepping his mind for weeks. Then came the day he had envisioned. The phone rang continuously while his wife and nurse were out. Even though it was just 12 feet away, he felt a newfound sense of empowerment that day. He could answer it. In that instant, he understood he was healed. By simply contemplating healing, he stirred the healing energy within him, transforming his reality. This man had encountered a mental barrier that stopped the signals from his brain from reaching his legs. That's why he thought he couldn't walk. But as he focused on the healing power within, it surged through him, opening the possibility of walking again. This reflects a profound truth. Whatever you desire through prayer or even strong belief can become a reality, just as discussed in Chapter 4 about mental healing. For years, people from all backgrounds have inherently believed in a healing power deep inside themselves, something capable of restoring their bodies to normalcy. They felt this unique force could be summoned in desperate moments, easing their pain. This shared belief has transcended cultures and eras. In ancient times, priests and holy figures were thought to have miraculous abilities, known for changing lives and even healing the sick. This special healing power was often seen as a divine gift. Throughout history, individuals have engaged in various rituals to access this power. They combined prayers with practices like laying on of hands, incantations, and the use of amulets, talismans, rings, and sacred relics. Consider, for instance, ancient religious rituals. Priests at shrines would use medicinal herbs alongside hypnotic suggestions, easing their patients into sleep. While these patients slept, it was thought that divine spirits would come to them, offering healing in their dreams. Many people claim to have experienced miraculous recoveries, hinting at something profound in the depths of the subconscious. Those who followed specific rituals often described encounters with their deities only after completing certain preparations before bed, like the peculiar act of grinding lizards, resin, frankincense, and myrrh under the glow of a half moon. Despite the oddness of these practices, many reported feeling an improvement afterward. Clearly, these unique methods were closely tied to the influence of suggestion and belief within the subconscious mind, demonstrating how thoughts, rituals, and faith can drive extraordinary changes. As we explore the power of the mind, we find a fascinating link between our conscious thoughts and the deeper levels of our subconscious. This connection is not merely theoretical. It has practical, transformative effects on our healing and sense of well-being. Consider this. In cultures worldwide, individuals have experienced remarkable recoveries through unconventional approaches when traditional medicine fell short. This raises the question, what techniques do these healers use, and what role does faith play in the process? Often, the crucial element is the sick person's belief in the treatment. When they trust in the process, an interesting change occurs, unveiling the hidden healing capabilities of their subconscious. It's captivating to think how methods that may appear strange or even magical can spark imagination and deep emotions in patients. When people engage emotionally and genuinely believe in their healing, both their conscious and subconscious minds align towards recovery. This idea resonates with teachings found in the Bible, which reflects the workings of the subconscious. For example, it encourages us to pray and truly believe that our desires will be fulfilled. Notice how the language suggests a current reality. Believe that you will receive implies that the result is already on its way. This perspective invites us to picture our aspirations as already achieved. To illustrate this idea, think of it like planting a seed. When you plant a seed, you have to treat it as though it already belongs in your garden, nurturing it with care and attention. In the same way, when you introduce a clear thought or goal into your subconscious, you tap into its creative energy. It's essential to envision your goal as if it's already come to life. This means pushing aside any negative thoughts or doubts that could impede your journey, allowing that idea to grow and thrive freely. Faith is a vital part of this process. It's like the soil that nurtures your seed. The Bible makes this point clear, reminding us that according to your faith, it will be done unto you. Just as a farmer trusts that the seeds he plants will grow into the same kind of plants, you too must have faith in your thoughts and in the principles of growth. At its essence, faith is a mindset. It's the inner conviction that what you believe in your conscious mind can become reality through your subconscious. Just like caring for a garden, treating our thoughts with positivity and belief allows extraordinary things to take root in our lives. Think for a moment about how often we accept what our minds and feelings tell us at face value, even when it might not be accurate. This isn't just about critical thinking. It's about trusting something deeper within us, our subconscious mind. It's that space where belief and emotion come together, shaping our experiences in ways we may not fully grasp. Across the globe, countless stories of miraculous healing emerge from shrines and spiritual sites. People travel to these locations seeking hope and healing, often returning with transformative stories. For instance, in Japan, I visited the renowned Daibutsu, a colossal bronze Buddha statue. Towering at 42 feet, this statue exudes tranquility, with its hands gracefully folded and head tilted back, embodying profound meditation. While I was there, I saw individuals of all ages approaching the statue, offering gifts as symbols of their hope and gratitude, things like oranges, rice, and money. Candles flickered gently in the breeze, incense wafted through the air, and prayers rose like whispers. One poignant moment involved a young girl who bowed deeply and presented 2 oranges. This little girl carried a heavy burden. She had lost her voice. She wholeheartedly believed that by engaging in specific rituals like fasting and giving, Buddha would restore her singing voice. Her simple faith shifted her mindset, allowing her subconscious to align with her beliefs. And sure enough, her voice returned. I recall a story about a relative who was fighting cancer. His situation looked grim, but his son was determined to make a difference. When he returned to Perth, Australia, he shared an incredible story about meeting a monk fresh from a healing shrine in Europe. This son bought a small piece of the true cross from the monk for around $500. In a moment of creativity, he collected a piece of wood from the ground, fashioned it into a ring, and told his father that this replica, along with its miraculous story, had the power to heal just by being touched. What happened next was nothing short of extraordinary. The way he presented the ring filled his father with hope, so much so that he took the ring, held it close, whispered a prayer, and drifted off to sleep. When he woke up the next day, his doctors ran tests and found no sign of the illness. The results were negative. While we know it wasn't just a piece of sidewalk wood that healed him, the true healing came from within. His mind awakened to a new level of belief and faith. This amazing combination of willingness to believe and deep faith worked wonders, showcasing how powerful our thoughts and feelings can be in shaping our physical reality. Dad never found out about the ruse played on him, but just imagine, if he had, he might have lived a lot longer, possibly to 89 instead of passing away sooner. This leads us to an important healing principle that connects various treatment methods, the power of the subconscious mind, and crucially, the role of faith in healing. Let's break this down. First, we need to recognize the two types of mental processes we all have, our conscious mind and our subconscious mind. The conscious mind is what you're currently aware of, your thoughts, feelings, and experiences. Meanwhile, the subconscious mind works behind the scenes, managing your body's processes, emotions, and instinctual reactions. Now let's consider how the subconscious can be influenced. Picture a person under hypnosis, a state in which they're more receptive to suggestion. A hypnotist can suggest something, and suddenly that person might start to feel symptoms of a fever or chills just from what they've been told. For instance, if I tell someone in a hypnotic state that they're too weak to walk, they might actually find it hard to get up. Here's a fun example. Imagine you hold a cup of cold water in front of someone while they're hypnotized and say it's filled with a spicy pepper. You'll likely see them sneeze, not because of the water, but due to the power of suggestion. Or visualize this. If someone believes they're allergic to Timothy grass, and you show them a fake flower during hypnosis insisting it's Timothy grass, they might then display allergy symptoms, proving that many physical issues often stem from our minds. This idea goes beyond hypnosis. Think about the incredible healing that occurs through various methods like osteopathy, chiropractic care, and naturopathy. Even religious healing practices around the globe tap into this underlying principle, the impact of the subconscious mind. Consider how your body heals itself, too. When you get a cut while shaving, you might visit the doctor who treats the wound. The doctor's role is to aid the healing process while your subconscious mind does the real work, tapping into natural laws, what we often call nature, driving us towards self-preservation and healing. In conclusion, whether through different medical practices or our inherent healing abilities, the subconscious mind plays a crucial role. Grasping this connection not only clarifies how healing occurs, but also encourages us to discover the remarkable potential we all have within. Self-preservation is a core instinct in everyone. It really is the first law of nature. This strong instinct to survive and thrive is one of our most powerful motivators. When we discuss healing, whether through physical means, mental techniques, or spiritual practices, many theories come into play. Each claims to offer the key to better health, often sparking debates about which one is truly effective. Take Franz Anton Mesmer, for example. This Austrian physician who lived in Paris from 1734 to 1815 is famous for his fascinating experiments with magnets. Mesmer believed he could heal illnesses simply by placing magnets on the body. He later transitioned to using different pieces of glass and metal, ultimately deciding that what he referred to as animal magnetism was behind his apparent successes. He believed this mysterious force flowed from the healer to the patient. Over time, he began practicing a technique known as mesmerism, which we now identify as hypnosis. However, not everyone was on board with his methods. Some doctors claimed that Mesmer's results were simply the power of suggestion, rather than any magical forces at work. This raises an important point. Various groups, psychologists, chiropractors, doctors, and faith healers, are all engaging with the same universal force within the subconscious mind. Each group may attribute their specific approach to healing, but the core truth remains. The main process of healing is grounded in our mental and emotional states. Imagine a situation where a patient enters a clinic filled with hope and trust in their choice of treatment. This positive outlook sends a powerful message to their subconscious, prompting it to tap into its healing abilities. It's intriguing to realize that no matter the method, be it hypnosis, prayer, or medication, the source of healing stems from the same place, one's subconscious mind. You can choose the method that resonates best with you, but approaching it with faith increases the likelihood of seeing results. Paracelsus, a famous Swiss alchemist and surgeon from the 16th century, grasped this principle well. He pointed out that whether we trust in something real or something imagined, the outcomes can be remarkably similar. He remarked, "If I believed in St. Peter's figure as if it were St. Peter himself, I would receive the same results I would have sought from the real St. Peter." This emphasizes the incredible influence of belief. Ultimately, it is faith that brings about miracles. Whether that faith is placed in something genuine or merely a symbol, it can drive real change. The heart of healing lies not just in the techniques we use, but in the strength and certainty of our belief. In the 16th century, the Italian philosopher Pedro Papanti explored ideas akin to those of a contemporary thinker named Paracelsus. He showed how powerful our imagination and confidence can be, especially when these qualities are shared between people, like a healer and a patient. Papanti pointed out that many of the cures linked to specific objects arise from the imagination and faith of those involved. For instance, picture someone convinced they are holding the bones of a saint. In truth, they might just be ordinary bones, yet if the person genuinely believes in their healing power, they could really feel its effects. Even something as simple as water can bring about similar results. If someone has faith that a particular spring water can heal them, their belief can initiate positive changes in their health. It's as if their subconscious mind takes those beliefs and manifests them into reality. Bernheim, a professor of medicine in Nancy, France, from 1910 to 1919, delved deeper into this idea. He stressed the importance of a doctor's words and encouragement, which can penetrate the patient's subconscious. He shared an incredible story about a man who was paralyzed and unable to move his tongue despite various treatments. The doctor sought to inspire hope by introducing a new tool for healing. A simple thermometer he claimed would be miraculous. The man believed this thermometer was his solution, and within moments, he joyfully discovered he could move his tongue again. In another case, Bernheim talked about a young girl who had been unable to speak for weeks. He explained to his students that sometimes speech loss can quickly improve with the right suggestion. He used a device to generate a mild electrical current, held his hands near her throat, and confidently told her she could speak now. Just like that, she began to utter letters, formed words, and before long her voice returned. These stories illustrate how faith and expectations can greatly impact a person's health. One striking example shared by Bernheim involved creating a blister on a patient's neck simply by placing a postage stamp on the skin and suggesting it would appear. This highlights how powerful suggestion can be when matched with firm belief. Our minds are extraordinary tools capable of creating real change when we tap into their power through confidence and imagination. In the captivating realm of psychology, one fascinating idea is how our minds can affect our bodies, especially through suggestions. This concept has been thoroughly explored by numerous doctors worldwide, and their conclusions are hard to dispute. Our thoughts can lead to tangible physical changes. In the book Hudson's Law of Psychic Phenomena, there's a chapter that highlights how some people can experience unusual symptoms, like bloody stigmata, solely through suggestion. One remarkable experiment featured Dr. Mberu, who placed a volunteer into a deep trance-like state called somnambulism. He made a specific suggestion, telling the young man that at 4 p.m. that day, he would sit in an armchair with his arms crossed over his chest, and his nose would start to bleed. When the clock struck 4, the young man followed the directions precisely. Astonishingly, blood began to drip from his left nostril, just as predicted. This wasn't an isolated incident. Dr. Mberu conducted another experiment where he etched the patient's name on his forearms with a dull instrument. Later, while in the same hypnotic state, he instructed the young man that at the same time the next day, he would fall asleep and blood would flow along the lines of his name. True to the suggestion, when 4 p.m. arrived, the subject seemed to drift off, and indeed, his arms started to bleed along the traced lines. Even 3 months later, the faint outlines of the letters remained visible, illustrating the power of suggestion. These fascinating examples highlight 2 key points. First, our subconscious mind is highly receptive to suggestion. And second, it exerts substantial influence over our bodily functions and sensations. The phenomena observed here clearly show how unusual conditions can arise purely from our thoughts. Ultimately, this reveals a profound truth. As we contemplate deeply within ourselves, our subconscious has the ability to shape our reality.